Today you clicked on this video because you don't believe me that you have every resource and skill that you need to do anything that you want in this world. You just need to unlock it. And it's crazy to think, right? Like you have everything that you need right now, but for some reason you're not doing that thing yet. You know what I mean? For some reason you haven't hit that goal. You haven't, achieved your dreams. You haven't done the things that you wanted to do, but you already have every skill, every resource hidden inside of your mind to actually go out there and do it. So today I want to help you get to that point. Today I want to help you unlock your brain. Today I want to help you, learn and understand that you have every single thing that you need already inside of you to do anything that you've ever wanted. And it's a big task. It's hard to kind of swallow, but I'll tell you, I'm 23 years old, and 3-4 years ago, I was making $17 an hour. And today I could never see myself again working a W-2 job for an hourly wage, because I built a business for myself. I built a life for myself. I found how to grow. I found how to build myself up. And I mean, if I could do it at 20 or, no, I was younger. If I could do it at 19 years old, you can do it at any point in your life, at any age, because I wasn't smarter than you. You know what I mean? I wasn't better than you. I wasn't better than anybody. You know what I mean? I wasn't smarter than anybody. I just understood that I already had all the skills and resources that I needed to do anything that I wanted, and I just took action. So today we're going to help you free yourself from the limiting belief system that you can't do it. The other day, I absolutely love my family. I'm going to use this story though. I was sitting at Denny's with my family, and we were talking about running. I run like anywhere from 3 to 5 miles a day. And I was talking to my family, and they're like, how do you do that? You know what I mean? Like, how do you, like everybody at the table was like, I can't run more than like 1 mile, you know what I mean, without like falling over. And the thing is that everybody in my family is a in shape, healthy person, you know what I mean? And they all could run 2, 3, 4 miles. I mean, I was talking to my friend the other day, and, he made a good point. Most people can run a half marathon, right? Almost 13 miles, just off the bat with no training, no nothing. They could just go out and run 13 miles. Like the human body, the healthy human body can just go out and run 13 miles with no problem. You know what I mean? Like obviously it'll be a struggle, but like you won't die. It won't kill you, okay? To run 13 miles in one hit. And the big thing that I want you to get from that is that it's the limiting belief. Think about when you're running and you get into like that first half mile or first mile, you have so much going on in your head, right? This sucks. I can't breathe. I'm going to pass out. I'm sweating. I don't think I could do this. Oh my God, it's only been half a mile and I already feel like I'm going to fall over, right? You are stopping yourself when you're doing that, when you're thinking that, to run the next mile. But if instead you have this idea of like, okay, I got half a mile. I only have another, mile and a half left to hit 2 miles. I only have 1 mile left to get to this point, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to push. I'm going to bring myself to get there because I know that I'm a healthy human and I'm going to be able to make it to that next mile. Then you will be able to do it. So the biggest problem that you have is you have this limiting belief that you can't do it for some reason, right? I think it really is born from like the way that we grow up in the US. It's like you have parents that tell you what you can and cannot do, right? You get into this school system where, they tell you what you can and cannot do. They tell you, what the path is to, get a job and have a life and have the white picket fence and the, whatever. And it forces you to kind of believe that like you have to do what everybody else is doing. You know what I mean? And you have to like stay with the pack and stay with the crowd. And part of that too is like the embarrassment, right? Like you don't want to be different because you're embarrassed or you feel like that you might be rejected by the crowd, or you might not be like everybody else. So that adds on to this limiting belief of like, I'm not able to do it, on top of the fact that I'm going to be different if I do it. I'm going to be looked at weird if I do it. I might face embarrassment. I might face rejection. I might, fall over. It's like the running thing. It's like, I'm not even going to try to run a half marathon because I'm going to be running and the people around me are going to be like, is that guy okay? Is he going to fall over? Should I call an ambulance? Did he just pull his leg? Why is he sweating so badly? You know what I mean? Like, these are things that you are thinking people are looking at, but people probably just see you running by and they're like, oh, he's just running. You know what I mean? So essentially, it all comes down to your mindset, okay? Whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right? But you just have to believe it. And it's really hard to do because of this way that we've been brought up, where there's people who are telling you, you can or you can't, or this is how you do this, or this is how you do that. You do life the way that you want to do life. And don't let anybody tell you differently. You know what I mean? If you feel like that you want to go try to achieve this goal, or you want to go try to do something that's different, that makes you personally happy, do it. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't have to have this limiting belief that you can't do it. You already have all the resources that you need to do anything that you want, especially these days. I mean, I could be making this video 100 years ago, and it would be a lot harder for me to say, like, oh yeah, you could do anything you want, because you didn't 100 years ago have the internet, ChatGPT, which literally will tell you anything. You know what I mean? You don't have like YouTube, which ties in with the internet, but you don't have YouTube where you could learn anything. Anything that you want to do, you could YouTube it. Make $1 million, YouTube it. Go be a CEO, YouTube it. Like, all you have to do is YouTube it or ChatGPT it, and then just find out what the actions are that you have to take and get yourself closer to those actions. I was watching a video the other day, and I think it was an Alex Eubanks video, and he was talking about how when he was setting goals, he had a whiteboard. He put on half of the whiteboard all of the goals that he wanted to achieve long term. And then on the other half of the whiteboard, he put the actions that he was doing on a daily basis that theoretically could get him to those long-term goals, right? So really what it comes down to, and this is the part where I'm gonna, help you be freed from this, like, I can't do it, I don't know what to do, this isn't working. Find out what you want to do. Set a goal. Write it on a piece of paper. Look it up on YouTube, how to do it. And then find out what action you have to take consistently every single day to do it, okay? And then once you have that, you have the formula. And this is what I'm saying, like, these are the resources that you already have. You know what I mean? You now have the formula to do anything that you've ever wanted. Write it on a piece of paper, look it up on YouTube, find out the actions consistently to do it, and then do them consistently. Be disciplined. Don't focus on your motivation. Focus on your discipline. Focus on your long-term goals. Focus on your want to achieve that goal. And then that way, this is harsh, but if you don't take the daily actions to do it, you have nobody but yourself to blame for not hitting that goal. You can't blame the economy. You can't blame the war that's going on. You can't blame gas prices. You can't blame, your family. You can't blame your teachers. You can't blame your education. You literally cannot blame any of those things. It's so crazy that anything that anybody wants to do in this world, you could just look it up on YouTube, and then you just find out the actions to do it. And a lot of times they're like stupid, small, little actions. You know what I mean? Do you want to lose weight? Okay, go running every single day, 2 to 3 miles every single day. You don't have to start big. You just start by running 1 mile. Start by running 1 mile a day and only eat, basically healthy carbs. So your oats and your brown rices and, your wheat bread and stuff like that, and a ton of protein, and then cut out sugars. But like, for some reason, it's so hard for people to like lose weight. You know what I mean? But they just don't take the action. So it's like, who do they have to blame? Themselves. right? So like they already have all the resources that they need to lose weight, but for some reason they can't do it because they can't take the consistent action, be disciplined, and just do it every single day. You know what I mean? You already know what you need to do. You just won't do it. And that's on you. You know what I mean? That's on you. That's not on anybody around you. That's not on any external factor. That is on you. So hopefully today I have freed you from the thought that you can't do it. I have freed you from the idea that, there's somebody out there who's smarter than you that's doing it, and that's why they're doing it, because they're smarter, or they had better resources, or they had better cards dealt. You know what I mean? That's not true. The people who are out there who are winning are the people that literally just, maybe not exactly this, but wrote down on a piece of paper, or thought about what they wanted to do, researched how to do it, found out the steps that they had to take to do it, and then just consistently took those steps every single day. And then just didn't give up. So if you think you can do it, you can. And if you think that you won't, then you won't do it. Or if you think that you can't, then you won't. You know what I mean? It all comes down to your mindset. It all comes down to your ability to research, write it down on a piece of paper, set the goal, do the consistent action, and then take extreme responsibility. Because if you don't take extreme responsibility, you're screwed. Because it's all up to you. It's all up to you at this point. So what are you going to do after this video? It's up to you. It's your fault. It's your fault if you walk away from this video and you don't do the things that you want to do, because now you know exactly what to do and exactly how to do it. So, anyways, if you like these kinds of videos, subscribe to my channel. I make new motivational, personal development, business, real estate videos every single day, okay? I make these videos in one cut. So like sometimes I'll have to like try and film them like 5 times before I actually get to the point of like feeling good about them. But this is stuff that I personally have experienced in my life. I've been able to hit some great goals in my life. I've been able to do some amazing things in my life. And, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not, I still am not where I want to be, but I feel like that from what I've accomplished, I can be able to go out there and help people through my journey. And if I could just help one person today, release themselves from the problems that they're having, then I've done everything I could with this. I've done everything I wanted to with this YouTube channel. So until next time, subscribe if you like videos like this. I make new videos every day. Like this video. Leave a comment down below if this video helped you. Leave a comment down below if you, don't believe me, or if you want to talk about these things. Like, I answer the comments down below. I don't have a huge channel, right? Like, I am just waiting for people to comment so that I can comment back and talk with people who are viewing my videos and enjoying the content that I make. So until next time, thank you very much. Have a great day.